Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Regina and I went thrifting for books. Okay, in general I just went thrifting, but I went thrifting specifically and I only got books. And I spent like less than $10, so I'm really proud of myself. And I got some good finds in here. But I'm going to go over them with you. I think I showed some clips previously of me actually thrifting, just some short clips, but now we're going to do the little haul of what I got while I was thrifting. It's like a couple days later, but here we are. Okay, so the first couple of things that I got, still have the receipt in one. I got Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Bolley. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce their last name, Boulley. And I have her other book that she released, and that one was pretty good. I don't think I actually finished it all the way now that I think about it. But this is the first book that she released, I believe. I think this is her debut novel, and it is good. I know it deals with Native Americans, like a Native American woman or girl. This is a YA. Probably a girl. Let's see. Yeah, an 18-year-old. And she lives nearby a reservation. Okay, so it's like a romance. It's a thriller with a smidget of romance, a modern Native experience, current and historical injustices, and a powerful celebration of community. So this would be really cute, I think, as like a YA. Now, what's special about this, I believe this was probably this is a library edition book, but I think maybe they were handing them out, like you could buy them in the library, or they were handing them out for free, and there's like an author day, because it's autographed by the author. We just ignore that. I have no idea what that means, but it's autographed right here, and it says on here like the library that the book belonged to, Enoch Pratt Free Library. I'm not sure, but it's signed here. And that was crazy. At first I was like, oh my gosh, there's writing in the book. Not in the book, but like on the front. Because I know when I was little, I would put my name in books. But it, it's kind of, I want to say it was more common when you were a kid to do that. It's like, this is my book, so I'm going to write my name in it. And I always would put it in the front, like this holder is here. So I unfortunately wouldn't want to donate those books. I have seen them in in thrift stores. And it makes me sad because now I'm less likely to buy it. I know I could just scratch it out, but anyways, that's getting off topic. I think this will be pretty good. So on the back it says, prayers begin with offering Sema and sharing my spirit name, clan, and where I am from. I always add an extra name to make sure Creator knows who I am, a name that connects me to my father, because I began as a secret and then a scandal. Okay, so like this sounds pretty good, right? So that was the first thing I grabbed, and there was another book that I grabbed, but I ended up giving it to my brother because I realized I wasn't going to read it. And then I went another lap around the books there, and I looked on the bottom row and managed to snatch this really quickly when I saw it. Tower of God. It's volume 1. It's a Webtoon unscrolled, because it's not, you can't scroll it like you would a Webtoon. And I'm surprised it was there. I think I got it for like $3. So such a steal. And it's in good condition. Like, there's this little bent here. You might not be able to tell, but there's like the corner was bent a little bit. And I'm not sure if that was from the previous owners or just from it being handled poorly in the thrift store. But that's what I grabbed, and I've been meaning to read it, but then it became like not a free one to read on Webtoons, and then I just didn't get into it, honestly. But I didn't get into it, I just didn't start it. But it's huge now, so to be able to find this in pretty good condition in the a thrift store, really good. It's a story of wealth, power, betrayal, and revenge. And this collects episodes 1 through 11. Okay, this is originally $19, and I did get it for $3, so that's why I'm really excited that I found this, and I was not going to put that back on the shelf. And then, I'm trying to do the order. Oh yeah, I grabbed this. It's a Piers Anthony book. It's called Virtual Mode, book 1 of the Mode series. I've never heard of this series before. It's a fantasy series, but I've heard of the author, and that just made me want to go ahead and get it. Though I originally did put this back on my on the shelf, not on my shelf. I put it back on the shelf because I'm like, are you actually going to get to it? But then there was like this deal going on there, and my sister-in-law was getting books, so essentially I got this for free. But even if I did, this was only going to be 50 cents. So this was a really good deal, especially if you're into, like, I don't want to say this is a classic because I've never heard of this series, but some of the classic fantasy authors, then I think this would have been an amazing steal to only get at 50 cents. And it's really hard to actually find book 1s of stuff in thrift stores. So honestly, I think this is a really good idea. I mean, a good steal that I got. So on the back, it's about this woman named Colleen. She finds this man on the side of the road. He speaks of like a different world, and she's like, okay, whatever, you're crazy, man, there's not another world, this is the only one. And then he vanishes before her. And he wanted to take her back to his home before he vanished. He's like, oh, I love you, and you know, we can go back to this world or something like that. Oh, she was like, okay, I guess she was falling in love with him. He must not have vanished like immediately. I guess I'll find out whenever I get to reading it, but it doesn't make sense for her to be like, let me go follow this man that told me that he's in love with me, and then all of a sudden vanish off the side of the road. So I'm assuming they spent some time together after she found him, and then she was also falling in love and decided to go to this world that he was speaking of that has dragons in it. So I probably won't get to it before I head back up to New York, but I'm not even sure if I'm going to take it with me. I might have my mom mail it to me, but that's Piers Anthony book, Virtual Mode. And then the last one I picked up is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McKiston. It's a book of the month copy, and look how good of a condition it's in. Like, no writing in the inside. Like, it's really good. And I've heard good things about this book. It's a boys' love story, in case you couldn't tell from the cover, and I vibe with those romance stories, so I was like, why not? So what happens when America's first son falls in love with the Prince of Wales? That's all I need to know about the book for it like sell me. I'm sure it's like, you know, clashing personalities probably, and um there's probably supposed to like have a truce between, let's see, yeah, they're supposed to form like a truce. It's supposed to be like a fake friendship to love, but I'm assuming it's probably not supposed to happen kind of thing. But I think it'd be pretty good, honestly, and that's why I picked it up. And it would have been about $1.50. I think less than $2, I want to say, for this. And the size of the font's pretty big. I'm not sure if this is actually a YA or an adult fiction book. I feel like I've seen it in like in libraries in the adult fiction, but the size of the font makes me think it might be YA. I think it might depend on how old the main characters are, and I'm not quite sure, but it's supposed to be rivals to lovers, I believe. That's what it seems like based off of the premise, the summary, the blurb in the book. And I think it's going to be super cute. Once again, I don't think I'll actually get to it before I leave. I leave in a week and a half, and I'm already in the middle of a few other books, so this is not like on the top of what I need to read right now. So I just added to my TBR, but I did it for cheap. Like, it was very affordable. I recommend going thrifting for books. Now, there's certain genres that are harder to find. Like, if you're a big manga reader, like, you can find them in thrift stores. I found them in thrift stores before, but they're hard to find. If you're into horror, I usually like rarely see them. Sometimes I'll see Stephen King, but it's certain genres that are really hard to find. Romance, you can find those. Now, there's genres within romance that you might not see as often, like paranormal romance, romantasy, but it's worth the shot to actually go and look. You never know what's there, and you may find some really good stuff. You might find some first editions. You just never know. So I recommend going to thrift stores and searching for books. And that is my haul right here. 3 books and a graphic novel. And that's where I'm going to end the video. I'm going to end it right here. I hope you enjoyed this video and me just babbling for however long this video is going to be. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!